If you loved the Ada bag, you can't help but love the Ada mini bag. But first, welcome back to the Macrè Bag YouTube channel. I'm Martina, and today we'll show you how to make the Ada bag in the mini version. What changes from this model compared to the classic Ada bag model? Absolutely nothing, because we used practically the same workmanship for both the bottom and the body of the bag, only this one is smaller because we used a 16 centimeter spring, whereas in the classic one the spring was 19, it was larger. So here we'll show you all the steps to follow to make a smaller bag. In fact, if you want us to make tutorials for these super trendy clutch bags, even with larger spring or arch closures, let me know down in the comments. As always, to make this bag, we used our beautiful pizza ribbon yarn. Look how lovely this color is. And we used 400 grams here too, so I always recommend buying around 400 grams. And the spring closure, on the other hand, is 16 centimeters. The work is done with a size 9 or 10 crochet hook, depending on your tension, and the result will be exactly this. As always, you'll find everything you need on makerbag.it, this color and many others. Hurry, because they're in high demand, they sell out, and the same colors aren't always available again. But before starting the actual tutorial, I remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the bell to receive all notifications, and follow us on our other social media channels too. You can find us under the name macrè.bag on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Now let's make this Ada mini bag model.
Let's take the yarn and our number 10 crochet hook. We'll start by making the first initial loop. So I turn the hook in this way. I yarn over and pull it through, holding it with my hand. And now we continue with 8 chain stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and let's move forward. For example, let's continue moving forward more quickly as we go along. And now we simply make some rounds of single crochet. So we skip the first chain and insert the hook into the second. So I insert the hook inside it like this, yarn over the yarn around the hook now and pull it through. I have these 2 loops, yarn over again and pull through both. Again, I insert into the next chain, insert the hook, yarn over and pull it through. These 2 loops, yarn over again and pull through. I'll keep going, working through, let's say, all the chains until I reach the final loop. Here we'll show you how to do our increases. We've now reached the loop, you see. We have this initial tail that we left shorter. Make sure to hold it, otherwise it tends to open up. And so now in this last stitch, we insert the hook and make 3 single crochets. So I insert, yarn over, and pull through the 2 loops. Now, once again, I insert, always in this same loop, and make another single crochet. That's 2. I'll make a 3rd and final one now. You see how the work turns around the loop. Now let's take the yarn and pull it tighter to close it. And we start working single crochet stitches on the other side of our chain, just as we did previously. So I insert here, which corresponds to the second to last one, and continue. Always carry the shorter tail along with you, because that's how we do this simple seam. See, I place it on top, now yarn over with the longer yarn, pull it through, yarn over and pull through the 2 loops. Again, I insert into the next stitch, always carrying the yarn along with me, yarn over like this, yarn over again, and pull through. I'll continue like this and work the last stitch. We'll show you. We've added the stitch marker here. You see, it's very simple because we inserted it into the very first stitch worked, catching both loops. This will help us understand where the round starts and ends. There we go. Now we've done the other side, and now we just need to work the very last stitch of the round. Now we'll go in not 3 times, but 2. So we'll do a single crochet and an increase. So I yarn over, I make a single crochet, go back in again and make the second single crochet, which is called an increase. And with that, we have finished round number 1. Now we close the round and start working on the second one. So I need to insert the hook right here where we have our stitch marker. So I'm going to remove it. I insert the hook, catching both loops, yarn over and pull it through. Now I have these two loops that I close together with a slip stitch. Now I'll make a chain stitch to raise the work. And I have to go back into the stitch just worked, catching the loops that were marked. So I'll do it like this. I yarn over, pull it through and close with a single crochet. And now we'll continue working single crochet stitches until we reach the other end where we have the 3 single crochets worked into the initial loop. So we'll do single stitches until we reach the last 3. Now that we're at the other end, we have 1, 2, and 3 stitches, which are the stitches that we worked into the loop. So you can see that they're all together here. Now I'll do 2 single crochets here, 2 here, and another 2 for a total of 6. So I'll go in now into the first stitch, making the very first single crochet. 1, now I go back into the same stitch again, and I make another one. This method helps me create the corner of the bag, basically. Now I'll do the second one, and another 2 stitches into the third stitch. Now I'll continue with single crochets until I reach the last 2 stitches of the round, which are this one and the next one after it, these 2 that are together. And let's move forward. Now we'll work the last stitches. I'll do 2 stitches here and another 2 stitches. Let's continue. I go inside, yarn over, pull through and close. I go back into the same stitch again and make the second one. Again, in the very last stitch, yarn over and close, then yarn over and close again. Now I'll close the round. You see I have to go into these 2 loops here with the hook. So I go in, yarn over and pull it through. And now I close the 2 loops together. I make a chain stitch to raise the work and the round is finished, the second one. And now simply we move on to the third round. I have to go back into the same stitch I just entered. I yarn over the hook and close with a single crochet. Now in this second stitch, I need to make 2 stitches. So 1 single crochet and an increase. I go in, yarn over the hook and close with a single crochet. Again, I go back into the same stitch and make another single crochet. And now I continue with single crochets until I reach the other end. See here, at this point where we made 2, I'll stop. You can see these very clearly, they're in the same stitch. I'll stop and we'll show you how to continue. Here we are now at the other end. We have the 6 stitches that we worked previously. So now I'm at the first stitch where I have these 2 increases from the previous round. I go in with the hook, lift the inside, and I make a first single crochet. Now again, I go in one more time into the same stitch. And so I've made 2 increased stitches, a single stitch in the next stitch. Now I go back into the next one with 2 stitches, 1 stitch and another. A single stitch. And the last double stitch. 1. And the last one, 2. Now we continue with single crochets until the last 4 stitches of the round, where I'll have to use a method similar to the one I just showed you. We are now on the other side and we have the last 3 stitches. So I go in here and make 2 single crochets in the same stitch. 1 and number 2, a single stitch. And in the last stitch of the round, I'll make 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. We've already done the increases on the other side. And now I simply close the round by going into the first little loop like this and make 1 more slip stitch. Let's move on to round number 4. I make a chain stitch to raise the work. I go back into the same stitch I just worked and make a single crochet. Now I'll do a single crochet in the next one as well. And at this point, I need to do 2 increases, see where we had the increases from the previous round. So I go in and make 2 stitches, 1 and 2. I'll continue now with single stitches until I reach the other end. See, at this point here where there are the 2 stitches worked together in the previous round. Here we are at the other end. See this point where there are 2 stitches worked in the same one. Here I'll do 2 single crochets again inside the same stitch, 1 and 2. Now I'll do a single stitch, another single stitch, a double one. See, here too there's always the increase from the previous round, 1 and 2, and 2 more singles, 1 and 2, and now the final double stitch, just like before. Now we continue with single stitches to create the side of the base, and then the same at the other end. We'll have to repeat this segment. At the other end, we left the last 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're going to work like this. I go twice into this one. Let's do a single crochet, and another one, a single stitch. Another single stitch. And the last stitch that is worked double. So 1 single crochet, a second single crochet. And now I'll go in here to make a slip stitch and close it. See, in the loops of the first round, I yarn over and close with a slip stitch. And there, round number 4 is finished. Now let's do the chain to raise the work. As always, I go into the same stitch as the chain. And I do a single crochet. Now I'll do another single crochet, yet another single crochet. So 3 single crochets, and here a double one. See, here too, there's always the increase from the previous round. I go in here, 1 and 2. And now I'll continue with single stitches until I reach the other end. See where we have these 2 stitches. See, you can see these very well. The ones that are double, which are 1 and 2, they're seen in the same stitch. This one next to it, for example, this is just 1. The one next to that is another. They're very easy to spot, so let's keep going. We've reached the other end. You see where the 2 increases are. Now I'll do 2 stitches in the same spot. Now let's do 3 single stitches. So that's 1, then 2, and finally 3. Take your time with each stitch. And now after those, we are going to make a double stitch. And we continue 3 more singles and another double. Then we'll continue with single stitches until we reach the increases on the other side. This is a very simple step. In round number 4, we left 2 single stitches, but here we leave 3 between each increase. We're at the other end. You see we've reached the 2 increases here too. I need to do 2 single crochets, then single, single, and single. And for the last stitch, I'll work 2 single crochets in the same stitch here as well. Then we just do a slip stitch and close the final round. Here's our finished base, and now we're simply going to work on the body of our bag. I'll make a chain stitch to raise the work and go back into the same stitch where I made the slip stitch, as always. And now I'll just complete a full round of single crochet stitches. This way, we'll start forming the body of our bag. Let's do the first round, then I'll show you how to close it and continue working in a spiral. The work is very simple now, so we'll only show a few steps. Once we've worked the entire round of single crochets, we'll now do the closure, which will then be a spiral. I'll insert the hook into the loop and make a very simple single crochet. And just like that, the work becomes a spiral. Now we just need to keep working the other rounds, always doing single crochets. We'll move ahead and show you how to work it. So the body of our bag is done. This is the result. And we've completed a total of 8 rounds of single crochets. We stopped right on this side here, where the beginning of our base was, this part right here. Now we just need to go ahead and add our kiss lock closure. We wrapped it in Lycra to prevent the silver part from showing. Now we'll do this other side too, and then to finish it off, we'll just add a tiny drop of super glue. We're adding a drop of super glue here, as you can see, and we've cut about 1 meter of thread. So we position the Lycra like this, we open it up, and then we're going to wrap it around so that we cover everything. In this way, we wrap both parts and then we continue with the actual stitching of this clutch. Make sure to leave the closure pin free because that way it can then be opened and closed without any problems. And now we're going to position our spring closure. The one we've chosen is 16 centimeters, and you see that by following the instructions, the size matches perfectly. We'll secure it with threads of other colors and then move on to the stitching. See, we've secured our closure with some threads by making simple little bows so that it's nice and firm. And it's easier, in fact, to add it to the body of the bag. Now I'll simply pick up the crochet hook where I left it on this side here, and we'll start making basically some elongated single crochets around the spring closure to secure it. We've passed the remaining thread inside like this underneath the clutch. And now I simply take the hook, pass the thread over like this and close it with a chain stitch. Now I'm going to work the next stitch, so I go into the next stitch. In this way, I gently pull the hook up well above, yarn over, and then carefully pull it through. See, I've also managed to catch the clutch frame here. Now I pull it up very well to this height, keeping both even, yarn over as you see, and close with an elongated single crochet. Again, into the next stitch, I go in, yarn over the hook, pull the thread through. See, I bring the clutch frame forward and pull it up to this height above the frame, the spring closure. And again, we keep going. I have to do this with these elongated single crochets all the way around until I reach the other end. Then we'll have to do another type of step. So now let's move on, do these individual elongated single crochets, and we'll show you how to finish and the result. There you see we've done this part, the work has turned out like this. And now we're simply at this other end where we have this little pin. Now I won't work over it, otherwise it wouldn't close properly, but I'll do 2 slip stitches. So I go in with the hook here, yarn over and pull it through and close the 2 loops together. So 1 stitch like this and also the next stitch, slip stitch. Now I'll start again as before. Simply as you see, I go over the top and make this chain stitch. And again, all the way around the circumference. I'm going to keep making these elongated single crochets. The bag is now finished. We'll show you how to hide the yarn and your clutch bag will be ready. Having worked the other side too, we now have to make the last stitch you see here. And here too, we need to do a slip stitch. I go in, yarn over, and pull it through, closing the 2 loops together. Now I'll pull the yarn out a bit and go ahead and cut it. I'll carefully remove the excess yarn and then simply pull the tail through to the inside, just like this. Now I'll turn the clutch inside out and make some simple knots on the inside to secure everything. I'm securing the inside now by making knots. As you can see, I'll make about 10 of them to ensure the yarn is held firmly, and then I'll cut off the excess.
The bag is finally finished now. If you followed all the steps we've shown you and used our ribbon lace, the result will be exactly like this. So I'll say goodbye for now and we'll see you in the next tutorial.